Your channel is dying. Every video you upload gets fewer views than the last, and your subscriber count stopped growing. And your watch time is tanking. And you've tried everything. New thumbnails, better titles, different content, and nothing is working. And you feel like you're about to give up. But what if I told you your channel isn't broken? What if I told you it's just frozen? And what if I told you I know exactly how to unfreeze it? Now, why do I know this? Well, for one, I've started a bunch of channels and I've had this happen to my channels before. And for two, I just helped my 50-year-old brother start his channel a few months ago, and this exact thing happened to him as well. So today I'm gonna be revealing the methods I used to rescue my brother's channel that froze up, and what I've done in the past to rescue my own channels as well as other YouTubers' channels. And these aren't theories, these are battle tested, right? I've been in the trenches and I've used these to rescue channels. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to bring your channel back to life if it is frozen. So if you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently tapping that like button, and let's jump into it right now. All right, so this is my brother's channel right here, and you can see that the very first video was posted May 26th, 2025. That is the highest paying trades jobs that nobody is talking about. And if you go here, you go to lifetime, and we'll just focus on his money that he's made because that's probably what people care the most about, right? You can see that on June 25th, he made $214, right? So literally 29 days after starting this channel, he had a $214 day. Now, Zach, as you can imagine, was very happy about this. He was elated. And what did he start doing? He started going on YouTube and looking up these types of videos. And one of the videos told him that if you want to make more money, you should enable this thing called Player for Education. And so around this time, around here, he enabled Player for Education. And what immediately happened? Oh, well, his revenue dropped to like $30 a day. So obviously he was not very happy about that, as you can imagine. He came to me and he's like, what's going on? Well, we made some changes over this period right here. And after making the changes, you can see that now his channel is crushing it again. He just had a $447 day. He also just had a $355 day. So his channel's crushing it. And by the way, this is just the money from AdSense. He's also making money from affiliate marketing, etc. Okay. So let me tell you exactly what I did. And it's really 3 different things that I did in order to rescue his channel that got frozen. Now, by the way, before I get into this, if you are interested in how I grow my channels, how I was able to grow my brother's channel from $0 to $214 in a single day in 29 days, then go ahead and attend my live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, quick break. This Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm hosting a free live workshop called The New Way to Make Money with YouTube and AI. It's happening on November 4th, 2025, so make sure to mark that down. Now, if you're struggling to find your niche, or you don't want to commit months or even years to a niche that ends up not being profitable, then this is for you. Because at this workshop, I'll be giving away the Niche Validator 2.1. This is the newest version of my GPT-powered niche validation tool designed to help you instantly test and uncover profitable YouTube niches before you waste time creating content that doesn't convert. It's been updated and improved based on thousands of data points from real channels, and I'll be giving it away completely free only at this live workshop. And just so you know, I'm planning to turn this into a full software product sometime in the future, so it might not stay free forever, but you'll lock it in if you get it at this workshop. But that's something to keep in mind just in case you've been wanting to grab it. So attend the free live workshop by clicking the link down in the description and the pinned comment below. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you. See you this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so the first step whenever something like this happens is you want to make sure that you're not doing things that are going to cause your channel to get frozen or shadow banned or any of those types of things. So what are the main things that might cause this? Well, the first thing is if you turn on something like Player for Education, YouTube is going to categorize your channel in a different way, because if you enable Player for Education, just as an example, this is what happened with my brother, that is basically saying that you want your content to be shown in classrooms. These are classrooms with kids in many cases. And that means that the content shouldn't have that many ads. The content should be super, super family friendly. In fact, more than family friendly, classroom friendly. And so YouTube is going to categorize and judge your channel in a different way. And that's only good for you if your content is literally designed to be shown in a classroom. If your content is not designed to primarily be viewed in a classroom, classroom, like for instance, how to do chemistry or something like that, like basically how-to videos on how to do chemistry, like your Khan Academy or something, then do not mark player for education. And the same thing goes with marking yes when it asks you if your content is made for kids. If your content is not specifically designed for only children to watch it, we're talking like Cocomelon or Blippi, then do not mark that your content is made for kids. Additionally, YouTube is also going to ask you if your content is AI made. Now, you may have used, ChatGPT or Claude or whatever to help you to create the script for your content or the outline for your content. You might have even used some AI tools to help you edit or to help you make your thumbnail. So should you mark that your content is AI made in those cases? Absolutely not. Do not mark that your content is made with AI because again, YouTube is going to categorize your channel in a different way. The only time you should mark that your content is made with AI is if it was mostly made with AI. We're talking an AI generated voice, maybe an AI generated avatar, and mostly AI made. That is the only time that you should mark that your content is made with AI. If you just used AI to help you a little bit, then don't mark that. Just as an example, once in a while, I'll forget to say something in a video, and we have an 11 Labs AI made voice for me. And sometimes we'll insert that 11 Labs AI voice into the content so that I don't have to re-record it. And it's usually just, a 5 or 10 second blip, and 99% of people don't even notice that it's AI made. Does that mean I should mark that my content is, made with AI? Of course not. AI had a little bit to do with it, but it's not completely made with AI. This is me recording this right now. I'm putting my time and effort into recording this. And you should do the same, right? So step one is make sure that you're not making any of those silly mistakes that people make sometimes when they upload. Because at the end of the day, especially now with AI, the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube team in general has a lot of trouble telling if your content is high quality, AKA telling if they can trust your content. Because there's probably millions of hours worth of content uploaded on a weekly basis that is garbage because AI can basically just automatically upload content these days. And YouTube has the very difficult job of telling if your content is actually somewhat decent and trustworthy. And you want to do everything in your power to make sure that your content is actually good. But if you mark that it's made for kids, if you mark that it's, made to be shown in a classroom, that means that they're going to be judging your content even more. And they're already judging your content enough when you first start your channel, so you don't want them to judge it even more. So I recorded a whole video on how to properly upload to your channel. You can definitely check that out. I'll probably link it at the end of this video as well. But yeah, there's just some obvious mistakes that some people make when it comes to uploading their videos that either lower their chances of success or they make it to where it's going to take the YouTube algorithm a lot longer to see their channel as trustworthy. And you should definitely stop doing that. Now, additionally, there might be some other random stuff that YouTube asks about in the future. And generally speaking, if it's asking you about something specific, like is your content specifically made for this type of person, just say no, right? Generally speaking, right? So any of these new initiatives that pop up, player for education, is it made for kids? Is it AI generated? Just say no in most of the cases. Now, if that changes in the future, you know that I'll stay on top of this and I'll make an update video. But especially when you first start your channel, you want to make it as easy as possible for YouTube to categorize your channel and trust your channel because there's so much garbage content that gets uploaded to YouTube, and you want to make sure that you send signals to YouTube that your content is not garbage and it's going to be safe for them to distribute your content. So the first thing is basically stop doing the stuff that makes it harder for YouTube to trust and categorize your channel. And the second thing is do stuff that makes it easier for YouTube to trust and categorize your channel. So what do I mean by that? Well, go to your channel settings and then go to channel. And then in this keyword section, I want you to put keywords that are going to make it easier for YouTube to categorize your channel, show it to the right people, and make it easier for advertisers to put the right ads on your channel. Now, I'm sure that there's going to be some nerd in the comments that argues with me on this and tells me like, oh, show proof of this, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you right now, YouTube makes money from AdSense. That is the primary way that they make money. They make money when ads pop up on your channel. So you should always monetize your channel. That's another thing you should be doing is if your channel's not monetized and you have the ability to monetize it, obviously enable monetization. So you should always monetize your channel. And you should really try to max out the monetization so you get as much money from your content as possible. And then the second thing is you want to make it as easy as possible for the advertisers to know what type of ads are going to do well on your channel. So just as an example, when Zach first started this channel, his revenue per 1,000 views was only about $2.77, which is quite low. Now, after I made these changes, you can tell the revenue in the last month is $9.15. So it's almost 4 times as high. And what do you know? When YouTube is making more money per 1,000 views, they start promoting his channel more. Now, YouTube is never going to admit to this. They're never going to admit that if your channel makes them more money, they're more likely to promote your channel, because it just doesn't sound good, right? But I can pretty much guarantee you from a ton of different tests that I've done that this is the case. If your channel is making them more money, they are going to promote your channel more. It's just that simple. And that is exactly what happened with Zach. So going back to the channel keywords, what we did to speed this process up is we put in a bunch of keywords that were related to his channel or were related to the types of ads that would likely do well on his channel. So obviously we put a lot of like trade career stuff, trade careers, HVAC careers, electrician careers, et cetera, et cetera. We put all that stuff here because that's what his channel is related to. But people who are interested in making more money, bettering their lives, going into the right career are probably also interested in saving money or investing money. And those are the types of ads that would likely pop up on a channel of people in general that are just interested in fixing their money problems and like investing properly. And so what did we also do? We also put keywords like investing, passive income, make money online, et cetera, investing apps, et cetera. And those types of ads started popping up on his channel. So that definitely contributed to helping the algorithm figure out what types of people to show the content to, and also helping the advertisers figure out what type of ads are gonna work on his channel, which is just a win-win-win situation for literally everyone involved. Now, additional to this, when you're uploading, there are certain ways you can make this easier as well. For instance, putting certain keywords in your title that are gonna help the algorithm categorize your content. And then once you have those really good titles that have the keywords in them, making sure that your video file also has the name of the title, your thumbnail file also has the name of the title, and then of course, putting those keywords in the tags. Tags don't matter that much, but you might as well do it because it's super easy, especially if you have a tool like vidIQ. It's literally like probably takes 10 seconds to do this. And you just literally click on those tags and it adds them automatically for you. And then also, if you have the time, making an SEO optimized description. These are all things that are going to help the algorithm categorize your content and help advertisers put the right ads on your content. Now, another thing you can do is in the first 30 seconds or so of your video, you can say the important keywords as well, because usually the algorithm really focuses on those first 30 seconds. Now, you might be wondering, Shane, how do I find these keywords? Well, that's the topic for another video, but my favorite tool to use is vidIQ. I've been using them for years. I love the Keywords Explorer option in vidIQ, super helpful. And that's how I find most of the keywords that are related to my video.
What's happening, guys? In the editing process of this video, and I have an opportunity for a select group of people. So these are people who are serious about growing their personal brand on YouTube. So basically, we figured out recently how to grow a personal brand and combine all the upsides of a personal brand with the upsides of automation, right? Using AI, using things like this to basically grow your personal brand 10 times faster, which in the past used to take decades to do. And now you can do it significantly faster. And you can do this to get a better job. You know, we work with beginners that just want to get a better job with their personal brand. You can do this to make money as a side hustle. We work with a lot of people like that. We can do this to make more money if you already have a side hustle or a small business. Or if you're already crushing it on YouTube, we can help you crush it 10 times more. We've worked with people like that as well. I mean, I literally can show clients at each level, people that we've gotten from 0 to over 10K, 0 to like over 30K, from like 1K per month all the way up to 185K per month, from around 30K per month all the way up to over 500K per month. So literally at every single level, and it works for everyone in every situation. With that being said, we are only working with 3 to 5 people, and they have to be people who are very serious, right? People who are dedicated to making this work. So if you think you're that type of person, go ahead and apply it down in the description and the pinned comment below, and you can be part of our group of 3 to 5 that we help. So see you there. Have a good one.
Now, the third way to unfreeze your channel, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it's honestly true, is to simply just upload more content and make your content better. Most of the people who think that their channel is shadow banned or it's frozen or anything like that, they're just not uploading enough content. Let me give you an example. I know a client who bought a bunch of fake subscribers. And obviously, since they bought a bunch of fake subscribers, their channel absolutely crashed, right? Their channel died, they stopped getting views, right? Never buy fake subscribers. It's a terrible idea, okay? But the craziest thing is this person actually ended up recovering their channel. Even though they bought a bunch of fake subscribers, we're talking like literally like 100,000 plus fake subscribers. They eventually lost almost all of those fake subscribers because YouTube just kind of purges them eventually. And then they rescued their channel. And how did they do it? Just by making more content and better content. And now this channel, I'm not going to say who it is, has over 1 million subscribers. Okay. So obviously their channel was kind of shadow banned or frozen just because of the fact that they bought a bunch of fake subscribers, and then YouTube would show the videos to those fake subscriber accounts. And of course the fake subscriber accounts wouldn't watch their video or engage with their video. And so YouTube therefore thought that their account was producing low quality content. Now, most people might think, oh, it's a throwaway account. YouTube shadow banned the account. I'm never gonna, use the account again. And it definitely hurt the channel for a little bit, but they were able to overcome it just simply by posting more and better content. That's it. So that is the third thing, is just post more good content and improve your content. So that's another thing we did with Zach, because we noticed that there were certain types of content out of the batch of the first 30 videos that we did that were performing way better than other types of content. And so what did we do? We made more videos like the videos that were performing better. Now, how do you do that? Well, obviously there's a lot to that, and I'm not going to be able to dive deep into it in this video. But the first thing is you need to follow the ICAHN method. The ICAHN method is how we find video ideas. And the basic way that you do that is you find videos from small channels that did well despite the fact that the video was either mediocre or preferably bad. Okay? Let me repeat that. You find videos from small channels, meaning they don't have a big following, that were objectively bad or mediocre, right? Objectively bad is better though. And yet the video still did incredibly well. Okay? That is the ICAHN method. Now, there's a lot more rules to the ICAHN method. I've made entire videos about it. I also oftentimes will answer questions or go over the ICAHN method in the live training. So make sure you attend the live training. But that's the first thing. You need to make sure that you're making videos on ideas that people actually care about right now. So let me give you an example of this just to illustrate this. If you make a video called how to make a cake, that might have worked great 10 years ago, but it's saturated now, right? There's too many videos on how to make a cake. At the same time, if you make a video on how to make a nirikiri, which is kind of like a very rare type of Japanese cake, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, but that might be too niche right now, okay? So the how to bake a cake, too broad, it might have worked like 10 years ago, but it doesn't work anymore. And there's, just too many people that have made content on it. And then how to make a nirikiri might be too niche, okay? There's just not enough people searching on it. But maybe 5 years from now, there's gonna be a lot of people searching that, okay? You see what I mean? Like there's a window where certain ideas and certain topics are really good. And the ICAHN method is what you use to find that window where you can know with pretty good certainty that this is an idea that people actually care about right now. The second thing is the format of your video. When we first started Zach's channel, we tried out a bunch of different formats, and we found that the one that works really well for him is the listicle style format. That is also the same format I use for this channel that you're probably watching right now, the Shane Hummus channel. But sometimes that format doesn't work in other types of niches, right? So you need to find the type of format that works really well for you and your niche. And then the third thing is you just need to post consistently. And I know this is old and tired advice, but honestly, every single time you post, it's kind of like you're swinging a baseball bat, and you'll never hit a home run if you don't swing at the ball, right? So you need to swing at the ball and swing at the ball many times, and eventually you will hit a home run. Now you want to swing smart, right? You want to make sure that you have a good system for swinging. If you just randomly flail the bat, it's probably not going to work. And that's why you definitely want to attend my live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, link in the description and the pinned comment below, right? Because we show you how to swing the bat right. But at the end of the day, you just need to swing the bat, okay? It's very, very important that you do this. If you don't swing the bat, there's a 0% chance you're gonna hit a home run. If you don't consistently upload, there is a 0% chance you're gonna have a video that takes off. Now, I know that 99% of people that watch my content are just gonna get value from it, go and apply it to their channel, and that's it. They're never gonna work with me or my team when it comes to coaching. With that being said, if you do want to be coached on how to do this, if you want somebody to oversee you creating content, give you feedback, tell you what your blind spots are, and a community of people that are all trying to do it together, then go ahead and apply for coaching down in the description and the pinned comment below. We do work with a limited amount of people every month, but we only work with people who are very serious about growing and making money on YouTube. And I totally understand 99.9% of people that watch are not going to be a good fit for that, but there's always that 1 or 0.1% of people that are. So if that's you, go ahead and apply. Links in the description and the pinned comment below. And if not, just enjoy my free content, my free live trainings, which is also in the description and the pinned comment below. And check out this video where I show you exactly how to upload a YouTube video the right way so that you don't get shadow banned or frozen in the first place. And you can check that out by clicking right here.